Thank you very much, Okama, a random singer that we don't hear often, in my opinion. You are still on the upgrade seat with Khaled, Steve Khaled, who is telling us his journey of recovering from addiction.
I'm really enjoying this conversation.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm enjoying this conversation. And I don't know, you should be having something like a church. Call it a church. We should build a place for you so that you are past recovery.
Let's do the tethering.
Because very many young people need this.
I think so.
Not even only young people. Very many people need this.
I think this is a conversation that is needed, not just for young people who might fall into addiction, who fell into addiction, who are recovering, but we also need this conversation on from another generation as well. Our parents need to listen to this because this conversation is debunking a lot of things about addiction and the way we see people who use drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
And how we can better be there for them. So we've been talking about how, things like stealing, right, is not because you steal that you're an addict. It's because you're an addict that you need sometimes your fix, and it's a survival
mode.
more than anything, because your body is aching, you need your fix. So I would like to ask you a question now, according to what we've been discussing.
Yeah.
Where do you think addicts belong? I'm saying this because most of them are in jail right now.
You can't prescribe prison to patients, man. You cannot do that.
Yes. Tell us a little bit more about that. What is your opinion on what we should do as a society? How can we better be there for people who are dealing with addiction?
I feel like that will be a whole other lecture, to be honest. It can take years, it can take centuries, but the way I view it, I feel like people are dealing with addiction. It's already acknowledged. It's internationally acknowledged as a mental health issue. It's out there. And by the way, in case some people do not know, some people are at risk of using drugs more than others because they were born with a predisposition of genes that have that particle of addiction
in their blood.
In their blood. That's how you see in Rwanda, for example, you get to a family and they're addicted to alcohol, and they say they have bewitched them. Nah, it's just they have a predisposition gene of addiction, so they can be addicted easily more than others. So if you prescribe prison to those people, let me say, if you arrest them, are you arresting their nature, the way they were born, and that? So I feel like if it's acknowledged as a mental health issue, I feel like they belong in a place that treats the addiction. That treats the addiction, not
the prison.
Because that's why they will go to prisons, they will come back, they will still do the drugs.
You didn't heal them.
You didn't heal them. There is nothing, like they have not changed. And I'm not saying this because rehabilitation centers also fix them. Nah, I don't think rehabilitation fix them. I feel like the person himself fixes the person can fix himself. He just needs like a push. That's where the
space to do that.
Yeah, the rehabilitation come in. Because if you take someone forcefully, you take them to a rehabilitation, to some it might work, but let's look at the percentages. Most of them, they come back and they still abuse the drugs.
Because he was not willing to do it.
Yeah, and once they relapse, it's even worse. The risk of overdoses, of getting even more worse, they are even triple, because they learn. You're building this defense mechanism in them. If you caught them because they were smoking at a certain place, or they were abusing at a certain space, they will now change the spaces. Like before, for example, drug dealers used to deliver. You can see the drug dealer, but right now the drug dealers have built a tactic. Now they They like drop a pack and they tell you the location. You go there yourself. They're not there. So I think the problem here isn't the addicts. The problem is the dealers. So if you can deal with the dealers, the addicts are safe. Our community is safe, and everyone is safe. And for those who are addicted, I feel like they need the help, which is first of all understanding them, because you are not going to force them to recover. You first and foremost understand them, help them, because most of them, I'm telling you, there is no addict that I know. In all the addicts that I know, 100, 600, 1,000 of them, they all want to recover. They just do not know how, because it's a mental health sickness. I've never seen anybody say, why don't your cancer go right now?
Very much
like,
true.
Yeah,
I feel you.
It's a health issue. We should understand. We should approach it that way. So it takes time. It takes certain even measures, because some people rehabilitation do not work. Halfway houses work sometimes, and some recover by themselves. Some change environment, it works, and it's now one way. There are many different ways of treating addiction, but first and foremost and most importantly, the addict himself has to feel like they're participating. We don't do things for them, we do things with them, because I am sure they are tired, they are burdened, they are hard, they want to come from there. So we have to treat it, not to abuse and stigmatize them and put them in places that makes them actually come when they are even worse. And there is something we don't talk about. Once you put them in prison, you're putting criminalization on their status.
They are not criminals. These are patients.
Yeah, there is a criminal record. This is something that I've been going through, because I'm in recovery. I'm in campaigns. I'm out there. This person tells you ask them, why are you still abusing? It's like, I was arrested because of a minor, I had, let's say, heroin, and I was arrested, and now I cannot work for certain institution because I have criminal record on my name. And now, if they go to the prisons, they come back, let's say they have rehabilitated in a sense of they don't have withdrawal symptoms, they don't have nothing. But reintegration process will be even hard, because you cannot sit there. An idle mind is a devil's workshop. If you don't have what to do, if you don't have the hope of your life, like the hope of the future, for example, you cannot get clean. That's why they come back. They are criminalized. They're unemployed. The society is stigmatizing them. There is the shame. There is the way they view themselves even. So they spiral back to addiction once more.
It's a long
So
process.
I think that from what you're saying,
They don't belong to prison.
Stigmatization is the bigger problem, and lack of information and understanding addiction from our society, from also our decision makers, because I believe that we all need these people, because most of the people who are addicted, addicts are mostly young people who can benefit so much to the society. And I think we are crippling ourselves. According to what you're telling me, we're crippling ourselves from a workforce, from minds that can think, and yes, and I think you're doing a great job. So tell us a little bit about your project to raise awareness. What are you doing?
It started as Human Eye. Now it's Tiny Project. It started as Human Eye, and I was basically I had set up even an emergency button online where somebody who is overdosing, because what used to happen, they could overdose because they are with addicts together. They could be afraid to call the health centers and the ambulance and all of that, because they are afraid they are going to be arrested. So they would act like it's a robbery went wrong, or like they were not there. They just leave the person who's overdosing. They just run all of them. They just leave the person there to die. So I had made an anonymous emergency button online where you can go and just search, and then you click the emergency button. We don't see your we just see your location. We don't see your identity, your phone number, or anything. We just see the location, so that people who have naloxone or people in medical care can come and save the person who is in the overdose stage. But I felt like there is a need, because I feel like addiction doesn't only eat your health. It eats your soul. It eats the hope. It eats everything. So that's how Tiny Project came in. So Tiny Project, it was more of like having this sense of active recovery, where the recovery is not in the background, because you have to wake up and remind yourself that I'm recovering, and where we actually take with other people along with us who are not addicts, so that we can create other activities they enjoy. That's how the Tiny Project came in as an intersection of art and sports. Art to heal the soul, and sports to heal and rehabilitate the body. So we have now a project called Summits Beyond the Shame, where we are like climbing all the volcanoes up to Kilimanjaro. So we are going now. We are on the second. This Saturday we are hiking Visoche. We have already done Gahinga twice and summited it. So this is like a metaphor as well, getting to the summit, creating a certain mentality, because hiking a volcano does not only require your strength and your fitness. There is a spiritual sense where I have to get at the top, however much I'm exhausted. That's the same approach. I have to do this, and that is kind of mixed with art, because art plays a huge role in telling and talking to young people, because they are the vulnerable people. And if someone is contributing with art, they are learning as well, and we have them. We are decentralizing the message to a lot of people as we can. So that's how Tiny Project came in. It came from you and I, became Tiny Project, and we are expecting it to be even bigger and bigger and bigger. We are heading to Kilimanjaro right now, and we are aiming even to go Mount Everest. We are creating awareness, not like it has to be in your face that you're recovering. It has, like, you don't have to get comfortable, but at the same time the community is benefiting, because we are there is an inclusion of the activities they love, even though they are not addicts, and they are here, they're supporting us. We are going together, they are learning, and we are sharing, we are creating a sense of community.
How many are you right now? How many are you in the organization? How many people have joined the hikes?
The hikes, it's complicated, because the hikes are limited here in Rwanda. Depending on the volcano, they don't accept more than 16 people per hike. But in the organization so far, we are like 15, 16, but we also have other people outside who come, and they're part of us, and they join. Actually, most of the people that we go on the hike together with, most of them are not even recovering addicts. Most of them are like regular people going about their business. They're into fitness and sports, which is nice. For me, I get to decentralize the message, because they go home, they learn something, and it's even way, because addicts already understand what they need to do. They know. It's just that we also need to create this sense of unawareness, not only for the addicts, but also for the other people. And the best way, somebody has asked me once, what is the cure of addiction? It's prevention. That's
the best way.
And how anyone who would like to help your organization, anyone who would like to join, how would they go about it?
We have a page. We have a page on Instagram. It's Tiny Project. Their emails there. They can join. They can go. They can contact us. We are out there. We are happy to have them. And if somebody wants to join the Saturday hike, they let me know. I have a space, one space. Yeah.
Okay. So Dixon wants to shoot some questions
the
at you.
upgrade continues. Don't you go anywhere.
The seat everyone wants.